I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm a big fan of Cox. I mean, I love the Cox. At the end of each one of my positional prospect videos, I've been providing which prospects best fit the Eagles. But I'm going to talk about this right away, right off the bat, because I want to discuss the trade rumors potentially involving Fletcher Cox, whose fifth-year option was picked up by the Birds on Monday. Here's the thing about all this. While I would not want to surrender Cox in a potential package, the fact that the Chargers and Browns are also in play about a possible trade to obtain Mariota has basically bumped up the price to get him. Philly may have to move up higher than 5 or 6, and the rumor is if they go all the way up to 2, that deal would probably have to include Cox. Cox is the best player on the Eagles defense. He's an elite 3-4 defensive end. Now, you might question me and say, what are you talking about? No way he's elite. But go watch the tape. Seriously, go watch the tape and look at his play in the second half of the season. Besides J.J. Watt, there was no 3-4 defensive end as dominant as Cox in the final 8 games. The third year is usually the breakout year for an NFL player, and obviously Cox is a guy that's taken off. He's been blowing his load. Stupid puns. Chip Kelly has, stated that the Birds will not mortgage the future to go all the way up in the NFL draft, but including players instead of picks isn't necessarily doing that. And if you're the Titans, I would agree to a trade involving Cox in a snap of a finger, in a heartbeat. Leonard Williams is the best defensive player on the board, but with Cox, you're essentially getting the same type of elite 3-4 defensive end. So from a Tennessee point of view, you're basically getting Williams with Cox to go with possibly Sam Bradford, Michael Kendricks, and draft compensation, whether it's 2 first-round picks or a first-rounder to go with multiple second-rounders. Brandon Boykin and Evan Mathis are also players who could be involved in a swap. So, that's a lot to give up. But, and just to compare that with, a potential deal involving the Jets at number 6, all New York might ask for is Bradford and maybe, 2 first-round picks. There's a huge drastic, difference there. I'm also seeing, way too many wishful thinking Eagles fans that think, there's going to be some sort of 3-way trade with the Chargers and Titans involving Sam Bradford going to San Diego. Sorry, guys, not buying that one. If you're a Chargers fan, you want Mariota. You don't want Bradford. Okay, sometimes you Eagles fans, you got to think more realistically here. All right, let's get into my rankings. USC's Leonard Williams is not only the number 1 interior lineman on my list, he's the top-ranked defensive player for me as well. His length and wingspan is ridiculous. He's big, strong, and athletic. He has the ability to simply control a football game. His run-stuffing ability is elite. He also lined up everywhere at USC, taking snaps at outside linebacker, nose tackle, 3-technique defensive tackle, and both defensive end positions. He gets in the backfield quickly, affecting the 3-step passing game. He knows how to use his hands, shedding blocks with ease. I think he's the surest thing in this draft. All right, so he's a really good player. Weaknesses, he doesn't really have any, but has had to deal with a nagging shoulder injury kind of over the course of his career. If he does want to be elite, however, at the next level, he'll have to get better with his pass rushing moves. But, I'm kind of nitpicking there. The guy is simply outstanding. The massive Danny Shelton of Washington is number 2 on my list. At 340 pounds, he's your prototypical 3-4 nose tackle, but also possesses the pass rush ability to play in a 4-3. He's a thick and strong nose tackle who possesses excellent instincts. He's quick with his reaction. He finds the ball. He wins a lot of wrestling matches inside. He fights across the face of pressure on down blocks and is good at using the two-hand post to push the pocket. Shelton's arms are a bit short for a guy his size, but again, I'm nitpicking here. I like him at the next level. I have Texas's Malcom Brown slotted at number 3. He's athletic, has great range, chases down plays all the way to the sidelines. He lines up all over the place. He overpowers guards on, one-on-one goal line situations with his hands and punch ability. He had a great game going against Oregon's Renos Grasu, my second-ranked center. Grasu simply couldn't move him all game. While Brown is very good against the run, his pass rush skills need to improve, although he does play with good leverage and power. Florida State's Eddie Goldman is my 4th-ranked interior lineman. He's tall and has a big frame, but plays low and wins with leverage off the snap. He consistently gets into the backfield. He stymies linemen with a two-handed punch. Goldman is very light on his feet for a guy his size to go with excellent balance. Again, though, Goldman is another guy on my list who, can improve his pass rushing ability. I also thought his production declined over the second half of the season, but he should be a good player at the next level. I have Goldman's teammate Mario Edwards ranked at number 5. He's big, strong, and rangy. He uses a strong snatch and pull technique on the edge. When he's in the 3 technique, he has a solid bull rush. He's most likely a starter at left defensive end or defensive tackle in 4-man fronts. I do think he has an inconsistent motor. I think he lacks awareness. He won't be a top pass rusher, but I think he's a solid player. Iowa's Carl Davis is number 6 on my list. Davis is capable of playing in any defensive scheme. At 6'5", 320, he has the size and strength to go with solid speed. His initial quickness is good. He stays low and penetrates. He has the speed and agility to make plays inside and out. I was really impressed with him at the Senior Bowl. While he did produce in college, he was inconsistent from week to week. I think he's, most likely to bust out of all the options I've provided so far. But the upside is there. Jordan Phillips of Oklahoma checks in at number 7. He showcases fantastic athleticism for a man his size. He's been lauded for having the ability to complete a backflip. I mean, that's simply extraordinary for, a guy that big. He's very strong and powerful. He fights pressure well by latching his hat and pad to lean on blockers. He also controls blockers with a solid punch. Phillips can dominate, but tends to get lackadaisical at times. He has to be a little bit more consistent at the next level. Rounding out my top 10, I have Ohio State's Michael Bennett at number 8, Arkansas's Darius Philan at number 9, and Stanford's Henry Anderson at number 10. Bennett plays with a unique blend of quickness and power. I think he can be a solid pro. Philan is still under 300 pounds, but he does possess a frame to get bigger, and due to his size, he's limited to being a 3 technique. Anderson plays with good instincts, and he finds the ball. So, obviously, if there is a deal involving Cox, all of a sudden you're going to need a lineman. I've seen crazy people on Twitter actually suggesting that, they can just plug in Vinny Curry. But you can't, guys. You just can't. Curry is a 3rd down pass rusher. He doesn't play the run well enough to be a starting 3-4 defensive end. Sure, his pass rushing skills are really, really good, but I don't see him as a, every down starter at 3-4 D end. I just don't see it. Honestly, he's more of a fit as a 4-3 defensive end, to be honest. So, there's that. If Cox does go, I still think the line would remain a strength, and you still wouldn't really have to draft one until the later rounds. So that's that. You still have Cedric Thornton, Cedric the non-entertainer. You still got Benny Logan. You got Bo Allen. You still have guys that you can plug in there. But to lose Cox, I mean, I'm telling you guys, he's elite. He's really, really good. I know he's not like a sexy player. He's a 3-4 DN, but god damn, can he ball? He can really ball. Just saying. All right, that's it for this video. We're getting we're a couple days away now. I've now finished all my positional preview videos. Oh boy, we're gonna find out real soon if Marcus Mariota is an Eagles green, and I hope if it happens, it doesn't involve Cox, but I'm scared that it might. So that's it again for this video. Follow us on Twitter at @TheBitterBirds. Yeah, hopefully you guys like my, preview installments. If maybe I'll do a mock draft tomorrow. I don't know. It depends how I feel. If you watch my last video, I had surgery yesterday. So, I've been kind of feeling like shit. But we'll see how it goes. All right, I'm out. Later.